DX, sounds like.
Vale, pues, ahí de buen descanso, ahí mañanita si Dios quiere. Buenas tardes.
10-4 on a lot of DX.
Ah, firma, parece que...
Not getting a whole lot over here, but just turn this turd on.
Dale, 46, 36, Carmen Salmerón.
Trying to figure out what I want to play with tonight.
I hope your pants are zipped.
Well, I was hoping they weren't.
Little bit of a spill in there. I don't know if you're picking that up or not.
What, I got a squeal? Well, maybe. This could be... Mic could be cranked open, I don't know. Well, it's not too awful loud. Let me give it a little. Let me make that louder. No, you're not squealing. You just got that key up chime. No, Roger. I don't remember which fucking switch was which on this thing. Nope, I don't think it was that one. I just see the meter move, I don't really know. Nope, I'll have to try another one. I like it, it's pretty cool. Like... It's a big old Cobra 29 Plus with a little, like, digital, well, not digital, it's got little push buttons and, yeah, it's an old turd, but it's got switches everywhere on the damn thing. It's definitely got some audio. It's not a bassy audio, but it's got some audio. Yeah, I got a D104 cranked on it right now, and, oh, a little KL203, so I guess if it's working, it's working, but I'll be changing something here shortly. I haven't gotten that far yet. I've been up here in a few weeks.
You haven't been up there in a few weeks.
Well, not in this back bay, no. Well, up in my radio room.
Alright, I'll say it. That squealing is annoying.
What was that?
I said, for someone who's opinionated about noise toys, that squeal is annoying.
Why are you getting out?
Oh, I probably got you in the corner.
Holy fuck. Cobra was stepping on you. That was fixing. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm pointed out to the southwest right now. Yeah, you're not crushing it over here signal-wise.
Nope, I don't think that was it either. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not running anything big, but terrible.
Well, if it's just us, I'll swing it around the other way. Oh, and I'm horizontal too.
Well, there's a bunch of people out there, but yeah.
Yeah, let me rectify that.
Were you hearing anybody else?
No, I'm hearing you, Cobra, and Swiper, that's it.
Oh, okay, well, at least you were hearing Fix-It was out there, but yeah, I wasn't sure if you were just not hearing anybody. I was like, yeah, it happens.
Lady Silverado is trying to key up.
What is going on, Lady Silverado? Maine. Makes for all kinds of fun. I was gonna do a little cleaning out here and organizing, but you know, I just sat down, and there's the problem. And I noticed my dehumidifier is full, so I guess I'll have to empty that.
I don't know how he's hearing you, but I'm hearing you fine.
Yeah, you ain't giving me any lights on this Cobra 29, but I can hear you. You sound good. There's no skip in there right now.
Copy that on the 50 watts. Yeah, no, it's sounding all right.
That's the biggest jump you'll see right there. Once you go from 50, you gotta double it every time to make it worthwhile. So once you get up around that 100 watt mark, it starts getting it gets expensive, and you don't see a whole lot of bang for the buck. But getting up to that 50 watts, 100 watts makes a big difference.
I wish I had 100 watts.
Yes, sir. And I wish you had 100 watts too.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Joker.
Good evening, Joker.
How goes it? How goes it?
All round and round.
Yeah, gotta love that, right?
Yeah, Roger. How's this radio sounding?
Yeah, it's cranking.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, just making sure. Different radio.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's working. What you playing with tonight?
2547.
Roger.
This is the one that got that messed up conversion.
Oh, the one that was missing one channel, whatever the hell it was?
Yeah, it's 33, but it says it's on 29 something or other. It's so weird. Goes blank, whatever it does.
I know it was looked at. That's about all I gotta say about that.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Ah, that's what it is.
Ethanol free gas?
I think it can run on E85.
Put a turbo on it.
Oh, now you're talking.
Now you're cooking with peanut oil.
Degrees of the palm?
Can I hear you?
Even just the name of it doesn't sound good.
Pero.
Damn perverts. Yeah, can you tell? They said si, senor.
What's going on, Jim? Yep, no, very good. Good to hear you. I'm still getting about 2 to 3 lights, kind of like a Puerto Rican mess, but everybody seems to be getting over it.
What the?
What?
Ah, the Puerto Ricans coming in there, whatever they are.
Some si, senor. Taco Bell?
That sounds good tonight, actually. What are you doing later?
Going to Taco Bell.
I like it.
We wish you was too. Well, maybe.
You know, the last couple weeks my phone has done some updates. They called them security updates. And it's installed like 6 new fucking games on my phone.
You notice that too?
Yeah, what the hell is that? Like, I never play games on my phone. I mean, I do a lot of screwing off, but I don't actually play games. I'm like, it's funny too, because it's like, oh, your phone needs to perform a security update. So I like, alright, so I have it do it. And I look, 3 games are installed. I'm like, what the fuck?
I noticed I had a couple new apps, like one of them was like LinkedIn or something. I had that one, and I think there was like a couple of games too I didn't recognize seeing on there.
You Apple guys.
I have the Galaxy 23.
Yeah, choke on your words, Swiper. I got an Android.
Oh, okay, I take it all back.
I was like, Apple, what?
I thought you said Siri or something like that.
Siri, who doesn't get out?
That would probably be...
Overwhelming possibility, but who knows?
tit-bit nipply out there. I was taking a shower tonight, had the window open, and the wind was blowing. I was like, whoa! Shouldn't have left the window open.
Cover up your shame.
The window just looks out into the woods. No one's going to see anything. And it's a high window, so I could be there totally nude and nobody would know.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, you started it, so I shared it.
Well, that's too bad. You got Screwdriver freaking walking out to the woods now. Once you said that, he turned around.
Binoculars in hand.
Yeah, he freaking turned around. He's like, damn it.
Son of a... Yeah, the skip was rolling pretty good here. About a half an hour ago, it really rolled. Wow, I also swung the antenna the other way.
Still rolling pretty decent. I don't know about the other one. I know 28 was just, I turned it on, jumped up there for a minute, and it was just, there was people talking in town, but couldn't really hear anyone. The DX was just covering everybody.
The dog X-ray.
I got on the big radio to scare him off.
Take it out, swinging around.
He helicoptered it.
Yeah, I'm only getting 1 bar of DX on this radio. I was getting 5 dB on the other one.
Oh, thankfully you're wearing pants.
Swiper, Joker, Screwdriver, Radio Man. That's all I know of.
Yeah, I had to make sure to wear pants tonight because I got a different angle on the camera, so might catch me in the nude. I didn't want that.
I know, I was just flipping through and I was like, ah! I'm like, okay, good, he's got pants on.
That's it. Now the light's going on the internet, probably.
I could have worn my short shorts.
Well, I tried to scare them off. Now they're back. I got 3 lights on them with this radio.
Cobra, you got your batteries all charged up for your lawnmower? You're going to need to be mowing the lawn. Oh, I bet he changed channels when he went to answer me. Screwdrivers. Oh shit. What the frick is going on up there? Screwdriver's hard at work. He's wiring up a clip lead microphone right now. That's why he's not answering us. Come on, Screwdriver, you can do it. Don't let the smoke out. Where the frick did everybody go?
I'm getting a lot of skips, so I've been shutting up in case other people are talking. I was only trying to scare the skip off, not the locals.
I've been getting a lot of my Facebook feed, this page called Football Girls. Obviously the soccer variety. And their uniforms are pretty interesting. I'll give them that. I hope it's conducive for playing soccer. We're gonna go with it. Probably is. Why else would they wear it? It's very interesting.
Put asses in seats.
Let me send it over to you, Swiper. You might want to study this.
Over and over and over.
No, I mean the girls' soccer are not putting asses in seats like the men's soccer does. They fill stadiums and people lose their fucking minds over their games and stuff. And the girls might be doing something different to maybe put some asses in seats.
Let me tell you, they can also fill the seats out with their asses in these shorts.
I assume that's what you meant.
When you get a second, look at the group chat.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure those are actual soccer players. Those look like hoochie mamas.
How dare you, Swiper? How dare you? Dead 4. Yeah, anyone that's listening, we're on channel 12 AM 27.105. 27.105. Channel 12. We are live streaming on the Facebooks and the YouTubes. I don't know, everyone apparently is working on something. It's quiet right now, so I don't know on that. So, whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but seeing as I got the con on the channel here, I'll have some fun. Cobra, wake up. What'd you have for dinner?
Western omelet.
Is breakfast for dinner every night?
Oh, I only ate once today. I only ate that Western omelet. Like, I don't know, 2 o'clock, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you only eat once, then I guess why not breakfast?
I ate a lot the last week and a half, so I stepped on the scale. I gained, 6 pounds, so not as bad as I thought, but definitely gotta put the halt on that.
6 pounds, good shit ought to take care of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Actually, back on the wagon, back to the fasting and other style of eating.
Did you bring back any? You must have some tax-free smokes or anything good?
No, I only have just a bunch of snack food I brought back. That's just like prepackaged chips and stuff.
I hear a doorbell out there.
Good evening. Yeah, I heard that too. Somebody said good evening. Coffee, the friendly neighborhood moose. How's everything going? Coffee, that. No, it's sounding good tonight. Well, Radio Man Moose is hollering to you. You might need to spin around. I don't know what direction you're pointed.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, give me a minute. I was trying to split the difference for everybody.
I guess you're gonna have to put an Omni on top of that. Speaking of on top of that, who's the blonde looking at the tower?
What? Fix it. What did you ask?
Oh, I thought you were talking to somebody else. I heard somebody else in there. One of your shorts there where you're showing your tower. Who's the blonde in the car?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, it's a it's a clip from a movie. It's a clip from Jurassic Park. Fix it.
10-4. I thought she looked familiar. I've seen that movie.
It's the scene where they go in the park and she's rambling on blah 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 blah, and he's like, "Hey, look!" And he shows her the dinosaur.
I was watching it with a friend this morning on his phone, and he says, of course he's single. He says, "Who's the blonde?" I told him, never mind, it's probably his wife. Leave her alone. I gotta go fetch me a coffee. I'll be back.
Beep 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 beep. Screwdriver, you're on the wrong channel. You're on the wrong channel! Fix it! Screwdriver, you're on the wrong channel! Stop it!
I was having technical difficulties. I think I'm back with the program now.
Well, you're on the right channel, but the radio, you might want to give it a, what do they call that? A thump?
Oh, alright, what's it doing?
It's like going...
Oh yeah, hey, I can see that. Isn't that weird? Alright, with the amp off, I don't see it doing it. Is it doing it there?
No, it sounds awesome.
Roger. I don't know if it's because I have, oh, this amp looks like it has a cap that might be almost exploded in it. I don't know if it's just I have the cover of the amp off or what.
Yeah, that cap's probably optional.
Yeah, I don't need that. Nope, that didn't help. Nope. High, medium, low. Is she still doing it?
Are you giving it percussive rapping? That's a technical term.
I said it's hard to rap a rhyme. Wait, no, rock a rhyme.
Maybe the screwdriver's pointed the wrong direction.
Hawkeye!
What's going on?
Yeah, freaking Hawkeye! Oh look, that was better. That's just shitty ground.
You hear that, screwdriver?
Two of us. Audio. Oh, he's doing the alligator clip ballet.
There we go. Nope. Thought I got rid of the noise, but guess not.
Sounds like I might even have a squealing issue over here.
Oh yeah, it's all on your end.
This D104 only works on the Aries 2.
Well, you got fucking stupid talkback on?
Oh, I just turned it off.
Jesus.
Is it squealing?
I didn't hear it that time. Go ahead, I hear ya. I think that was Mr. 207 in there. Damn it, I need to get this amp working. I bet if I plug this into the same power supply, I'd be doing alright. Give me a minute, 207.
Stand by, we're experiencing technical difficulties there, Lady Silverado.
See that? We all have issues. It happens. Whew. You play with it long enough, it's gonna work. That's what she said. Is that Mr. 207 out there? No, I hear you. I hear you out there. You're not giving me a gray signal, but I can hear you. Can you hear me? Roger. How far you got up your antenna? Oh man, we're gonna go higher. Gotta get 39 feet to the base of it. Now, yeah, I can hear you. I mean, I'm on this old radio. The thing's older than me, but yeah, I mean, you're not giving me any signal right now, but I can hear you well. Well, you know, 100 watts definitely will help. You got a big enough power supply there. I'm sure we can find you something kicking around to get you 100 watts or something. Yeah, you could throw a Texas Star 350 on there or anything thereof. No problem. Some and
Does Turner plus 3 sound any better?
Bet you can find something at Cobra's house.
Yeah, Turner 3 sounds good. What radio you on?
Kenwood.
Yeah, I mean, it almost sounds, I don't know if I could say boxy, but yeah. I don't know, it's almost like too much. What the?
Good evening, Mr. 207.
Sounds like you need a different desk mic for the Kenwood. I gotcha.
I don't know why that D104 seems like it's got a squeal on it. This is a Turner, I turned it back to about 50%.
Yeah, you probably gotta really cut it back on that radio.
Hawkeye, and those D104s, I just barely have them cracked open.
Yeah, I don't think it's, you know, on the microphone, it's not very much. Maybe like a 2 on a scale of 10.
Christ, mine is like a 0.25 on a scale of 1 to 10 when I use my D104.
Mine's like a .00984. I keep mine at a 10. No, I'm just kidding.
You making fun of me?
Oh, no, maybe.
Well, I'm just saying, I barely opened that thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just start talking and I turn it up, and as soon as I see modulation, that's as far as I go.
Yeah, you just play with it till it starts to rise.
Exactly. Alright, has it still got that noise in there?
It's got like a low level hum. Like a nee.
Yeah, I definitely still have some rigging with my alligator clips going on for the mic, so yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Lady Silverado. I missed the last part of that. You said, how does something with these things? I just missed the meat of the question. What was that?
I was wondering how your power made out in all the wind over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, no problems. I mean, I'd go to the window when the wind would pick up, and I kind of look at it just to see if, like, the antenna was moving a lot, and I didn't see anything. Like, sometimes you see people will share pictures, like, or Screwdriver's told stories of antennas that, are bent over like a question mark in the wind. I didn't see anything like that, so I will say, though, at ground level, like, the wind wasn't that bad here, but when you looked at the tops of the trees, it did look pretty. I don't know what the wind was doing up at the tops of the trees, but yeah, no issues. Screwdriver, where's 207?
I want to say Minot. Where are you, 207? Wasn't it Minot, Poland? Yeah, out in Minot.
Okay, yeah, I'm just not hearing him at all. So I think I saw him. He's got the new setup. It looked pretty good. Had a link in and everything. I switched to the Ami just because there's too many people now. But maybe I'll try to point over that way just to see if I can hear him. I can't hear him at all. But I'm also getting a lot of static tonight with the rain. I don't know if it's the rain or what, but I got a high noise floor tonight.
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing a lot of junk. Yeah, I mean, like I say, he's not really, on this thing, he's not giving me any bit of a signal, but I can hear him.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if this helps you at all.
I mean, like I say, he's not really, on this thing, he's not giving me any bit of a signal, but I can hear him. Yeah, I bet if I ground that, it helps out. Yeah, there's some, well, this is quite the rigging. If you see me going with it, you know, oh man. I like doing this kind of shit, because it's just fun. I should just go back to the regular setup, but what good is that?
Yeah, I almost feel like when you're doing that, you need some MacGyver music in the background. I saw what you were doing. I looked.
Yeah, love it.
Radio man, I just cracked open the D104. How's that sound?
Jesus, it's still doing it. I don't believe it. It's not as bad, though. Just give me a little bit more transmission.
Yeah, it's like when I get it too close to my mouth, it starts to feed back.
So you'd say when you get it in and around the outside of your mouth?
I guess I've lost all interest in doing this.
Every time Screwdriver keys up, this is what's going on over there. He's rigging up clip leads, wires, you know, bubble gum, Swiss Army knife, duct tape, zip ties.
And a toothpick.
Holy.
Nothing like a good hand, Mike.
What was that?
I got you covered.
Nothing like a good hand, Mike, yeah?
Yep, that's what I said, yep. Screwdriver, you gotta quit bailing me out. We gotta stop bringing your shit over here.
I need to clear some shit out somehow.
I got a half a back room with a, it's called the Screwdriver section. It's his overflow.
Gotta have some place to store it.
I think I got storage units everywhere.
There isn't a shack in this state that doesn't have a piece of his gear in it.
I don't even know where any of my shit is, truthfully.
I'll send you an inventory list there. What's going on, Hawkeye?
Hey, Cobra, good to hear you back, man.
Yes, yes. Nice to come back on and have a full day of rain.
I really enjoyed the video of the landing. Did you actually drop your phone?
I was wondering if somebody was going to notice that, and yes, I dropped it and I hit the stop button.
I'm like, well, I guess that was a little less than smooth.
Oh, I thought we blew up or something.
I doubled with your Screwdriver. What's that?
I thought we were getting ready to blow up or something when you dropped your phone. I thought there was like a catastrophe.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was like, oh, then I caught it in my other hand. I was like, well, I guess I should be worrying about holding on.
I heard a boop.
It was nice and clear, though. Nice and clear over Portland.
How about that 207? 207, you got a copy on radio, man?
You still out there, 207?
Friendly neighborhood moose.
Roger. We'll see if Radio Man can hear you now.
Jesus, I suck.
What the? I thought you were at the same exact height as me. Must be because you're on the other side of the hill, right on the other side of the peak.
Well, I am. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not friggin' hearing them. I mean, I can't tell right now unless somehow that antenna's not pointed where I think it's pointed.
Mr. 207, Radio Man's trying to see if he can hear you. If you want to talk a bit.
That's moose, right? I didn't get that wrong, or I might have.
No, 207 is, Buck. He's been out here, well, he hasn't been out here many years, but we used to hang out like 30 years ago on the radio. So he's been out here a long time. Actually, his original handle was Hawkeye. Asshole 207. He's out there in Minot.
Oh, 10-4, yeah. on the phone, so I had the volume turned down. I missed part of the party.
We're all missing part of the party. It almost sounded like you got a little louder that time than me. Huh. Honestly, he's not hearing you. What are you running for a match? I thought I saw you say something like it was a 1.3, 1.1. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with anything under a 2 myself, so that's a great match. I mean, yeah, like I said, I can hear you. I would have, I don't know. I would have expected a little bit more signal out of you, but I can hear you. .10-4 on In a Hole.
Hey, fix it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how you hearing me fix it? 1 2 1 2.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Alright, I was just checking something. I kind of moved it over your way just to make sure. I'm like, he should be around over here.
Yeah, 10-4. He's right in between Lewiston and me. So I'll give you a little bit of a chance to catch up to me. Listen to your live feed. So
Oh, Jesus, fix it. Yeah, that was 10 seconds more than you needed to do.
there you go. You're right up there now.
Yeah, I just was checking. I mean, it's where I thought you would be. So you're out in Oxford, and it brought your signal, and I mean, Oxford and Minot, they're not that far in difference. I mean, maybe you're a mile farther, but all right. I was just checking.
Hey, Hawkeye?
Houston, we have a question. Oh, problem.
Cobra, you run a beam up there, but it's just flat side, right?
Both.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I thought maybe when I was up there I just saw horizontal, but maybe that was the test bed antenna.
Yeah, I have the 3-element flat is up there too. That's on the chicken coop.
Oh, okay. I remember it was on some sort of a shed or something. I couldn't remember.
I put a tarp on the end for rejection.
.10-4.
I see Mr. Lisbon Falls took off.
Which one, Traveler?
No, I hollered to you a couple of times.
Oh, I was up a channel. I was testing out, seeing if I could tune up on my beam flat side.
How'd you do?
Yeah, it tuned right up.
Perfect. No, back to what you were talking about. That was the only one of the rough landings. All the other landings were good.
Any landing that's a good landing is good. Yes? No? Maybe?
How far could you turn, Hawkeye? You anywhere close?
I could turn southwest is as far as I could go. Oh.
Hawkeye!
Yeah, I'm thinking, because I'm using an adapter there. I ordered an adapter, and I got a feeling it's a grounding issue. That D104 to the Kenwood is a grounding issue.
Yeah, like I said, I ran one on my 940. It worked okay, but it just, I don't know. Amplified mics on them radios for me has always been a pain in the ass. Alright, so is southwest ain't quite to here. You'd have to go more just west, I think.
Everything just works.
So is southwest anywhere towards here? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, it should be, because from Radio Man, he needed to go north by northeast. So I should be pointed south by southwest. I think I'm pretty close to pointed at you guys.
I was gonna say, I thought you were more like west than northwest, but I don't remember. You're making me want to go inside and try it.
Yeah, well, I just tried tuning it up, and it tuned right up.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, Hawkeye.
Oh, you want me to try the beam?
Yeah, go ahead and try it.
Are you flat side right now?
10-4.
Okay, so you're an S6 on the Omni. Let me switch over.
10-4 on the switching over. Switching over.
Oh yeah, S9 right up to an S9. Good solid audio.
Yeah, I got you a little better here, but I got you about 10 over, but yep.
Actually, when you first keyed up, you were 10 over. It kind of dropped back a little bit.
Blame it on the rain.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn my tuner on, but it's not on the other side of the amp anyway, so it's probably ain't doing shit.
What do you got for a match without the tuner on?
It's a good match. 1.2.
Oh, fucking perfect.
Your beam, it will kill.
It will kill.
Your beam, it will work.
That's my favorite part of the show. Your blade, it will kill.
Alright, I'm gonna go empty my dehumidifier here outside, and I'm gonna have to go inside for a second just to... I don't even know which way my beam is pointed, but I'm gonna try.
So did my signal come up over there?
Is that directed to me or Screwdriver?
Yeah, you. That's right. You said I was 10 over, so that sounds better than when I'm on my Omni.
Oh yeah. No, you definitely came up from, I don't remember what you were, but just looking at the S meter on the SDR, you were in the green, and you went up into the red when you switched over. I forgot to make note of it when you were on the Omni.
Roger.
It's definitely a lot quieter over here, that's for sure.
Oh Oh yeah, the noise for the last few days has just been unreal.
Yeah, over the weekend, I'd go up on sideband around 9 o'clock, and I'd hear Australia and New Zealand. I'd flip over the horizontal, and it was like, all the noise would go away.
That sounded like a Cobra beep.
No, I keyed up, then I got a message I had to reply to. And plus I forgot what I was going to say.
Jesus, did you go flat side?
Did I?
Yeah, you're still 10 over and I'm flat side pointed at Radio Man.
No, I haven't touched a thing. I just get out good. Oh wait, what?
Holy crap, that's an unbelievable. I think my antennas are interacting.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but, you know. No, you're right. I didn't notice over here you went to flat, because you're cranking over here as well.
Cranking and spanking.
I don't know if he's spanking, but...
I've been making TikToks. No dancing though, Cobra.
Oh, you're going to be a special guest on Screwdriver's OnlyFans. You guys will see who can do the helicopter better.
You're damn right.
I bet Fix-It's not hearing me anymore. Jesus, sound like Cobra's video when he dropped the phone.
Whoa, this thing is huge.
I can't even find my plug into my rotor box.
Jesus Christ. What if you had some hot DX on deck? What would you'd be shit out of luck.
Nah, I guarantee it's pointed southwest because that's where it's always pointed. I personally don't rotate my beam very often. I don't usually need to. I just keep it pointed southwest and it works.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I could do the same thing, but I figured where I was messing around with it.
The only one I can rotate is the 3 element. And so that one works fine. I just don't have it hooked up.
Well, I mean, if I had vertical on this beam, it'd be more apt to rotate it more, but it's just horizontal, so the only thing it works for is skip, so I don't really need to.
I don't know what kind of wind I got. I guess I could look to see, but I don't know what kind of wind I got up here during the hurricane or whatever it was that came through, but the Couch Max seems to have straightened up a little bit.
Nice.
I know, I looked at it today and I was like, I thought that was a little more bent up there. That's looking kind of erect.
Alright, Alright, we found the plug-in. Hawkeye, where'd you go? Yeah, I fucking come all the way inside and he ran away. It's a good thing I needed that soda anyway.
Radio man looking at? Well, holy.
I was seeing how to get free candy.
I'm trying to focus in on the video, and all I'm seeing is a green mohawk and someone swinging it.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a flesh hammer. Oh!
Man, Hawkeye made me come in for nothing. I'm going back outside.
Well, what'd he do? He just disappear on you?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for him to configure his antenna. I can barely hear him.
Oh, you must still be on the horizontal?
Yeah, I'm horizontal. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Good, but yeah, guess I can flip over.
You guys are on a different polarity.
Yes.
I thought that was the whole point. He was going to the main shack.
I am. Are you on your beam right now?
No.
Are you on your beam right now? Alright, mine seems to be working. Hello.
Beam, I just switched over to the Omni so you could hear me.
Well, I'm on the beam now. You're confusing me, or I'm confused. Yeah, I'm having an awful rough time. Alright, you couldn't hear me on that either? Fuck me, I guess I gotta run more than a watt.
I don't know what's going on here.
Alright. Where are you, Hawkeye? Are you on your beam, or are you on your Omni?
I'm on the Omni until we get a plan figured out here. I'm on the Omni.
Okay, I'm on the Omni too. Yeah, flip to your beam. I'm all figured out, I think.
Okay, yeah, alright.
I don't know if I'm pointing towards you, but I think I must be close.
Okay, we're on the flat side of the beam.
Yeah, you must be somewhere around there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I know, I'm starting to get a headache. You know what, I think I need more coffee.
That's it, you're pissing me off. Where'd you go?
Well, that was a good signal there.
Well, I had to turn an amp on. I didn't have an amp on. I figured we'd be just fine, but I guess we're having technical difficulties with no amp.
You're about an S6. I could hear you, but it was, you know, I thought I was going to have a stronger signal, but I'm used to hearing you with an amp anyways.
Yes, it's not very often I run a stock radio for sure. Alright, now I'm about where I normally run inside.
So that's a good 10 over there.
Roger. I got it pointed more towards the east, but I don't know if it's actually even aligned up. I just turn it until people give me a good signal. I'll turn it a little more because that just made Fix-It just disappear altogether.
Yeah, now you're down to an S9.
Yeah, that went a little more southwest. Oh, let me see, I'll bring it around. That's dead east, or supposedly dead east. That is east-northeast, and this is at 45 degrees, just plain old northeast.
Yeah, anywhere from east to northeast, you were as high as I think you're going to go, and the audio really climbed up there.
Roger, roger. Yeah, I don't know where my, I usually use a hand mic on this radio when I run it, and I can see it breaking up a little bit, but all I had was my D104.
Yeah, you're almost hitting 20 over on your peaks.
10 on the D104, driving her hard. So you can point towards DX. I bet you could shoot skip on that thing all day long.
Yeah, you know, to be perfectly honest, I didn't know the match was this close.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I think it's all that aluminum I got in the air, all within 2 feet of each other. It's just like one big antenna.
I concur.
I'll drink to that.
Well, if all goes well, I'll at least get you a top section over there. I just got to get pipes. I mean, they're only 5 minutes away, but I don't know what I can fit on my truck, but we'll make something happen. We'll make that happen this weekend.
Is the weather going to be any good this weekend?
Oh, I have no idea. Man, on horizontal, I get like zero noise when everybody's unkeyed. I wouldn't even think my antenna's hooked up.
Same.
All right, we'll go back to Omni, so or vertical. So, yeah. So we can mess with Fix-It. If Cobra had his horizontal hooked up, we'd be all set.
I was actually going to get up, hook it up, but then you said you were going to change it, so I sat back down.
Okay, hook it up. I'll make you jumping jacks off and on that couch all night.
Oh, it's such a nice couch. Oh, hold on, I'll be back.
What's going on, Bear? I see you watching, or you were watching. I think your beam's, is your beam vertical or horizontal down there? It'd probably kind of screw me because you'd be backside to me anyway when I'm pointed towards him. I gotta finish my omnidirectional horizontal. Then I'll be all set. Yeah, I'm gonna take a day and clean some crap up in here and get my shit back situated up. I just keep rigging stuff up for the last 3 months and never actually fixing it right.
Holy.
Now, out in the back bay, that's kind of a guarantee. I mean, there's nothing that's supposed to be right back there, but I don't like coming in here and having to fumble around and rig stuff up. I like coming in here and just turning the radio on and being able to talk.
Screwdriver.
Oh, there it is.
Jeez, you're friggin' hammering. And I don't have any more DX.
Yeah, DX seems to have quieted down. Yeah, I mean, everybody seems to stop at about a 9 on this thing, but you're definitely cranking.
Yes, boy, this is nice and clear. Hawkeye?
Yeah, it's funny, you know, I got about the same signal on your beam as on your Omni, but just could be that you're a strong signal.
Well, the Couch Max is about 60 feet higher, so I don't know if that makes a difference at all.
Yeah, but you're going to be side to him. You're almost backside to him, realistically. So that's pretty good considering, you know, if you could swing your beam around the other way, Hawkeye, he'd be hammering you.
Yeah, I can go from southwest to north, and that's it.
I just know he's about completely dead northeast from me, and well, at least on my rotor. I'm not saying that's right, but he's like northeast. He hammers me, and you're just a tad east of northeast. So I got to go straight through you to get to him, which means you're pretty much backside to him-ish.
All right, what's Radio Man on?
I'm on the horizontal as well. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wow, it's friggin' incredible.
You want to see something incredible? This is going to be great. I got to make sure I get this recorded. Radio Man, key up, and Cobra, key up at the same time. Step on them.
There you go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Audio.
Oh, that is crazy. Cobra's got you over here right now because you are backside too.
Hold on to your boots, Cobra.
Squish.
Oh, he's spinning it around. This is the night of the beam plan. I like it. Everybody's going to burn out their rotor box with some ding, ding, ding.
Okay, Cobra, that's as far as I can go. That's pointed north, and I brought up Google Maps, and it does. It looks like you're exactly due north of me.
How am I sounding?
You're still 10 over. It's like your signal never changes over here.
Yeah, you're still same thing too here. You didn't really get any stronger, but this radio, it's hard when you get to a certain level. It's you almost have to be
Screwdriver!
You had to turn it just for that, huh?
I was like, fuck that. I ain't standing for that.
It's just awesome, though, to think you're a half mile away and somebody 20 miles away can give me a better signal just because of, you know, fuck, if you turned that thing to get me right in that back corner, it would be crazy.
Well, I've had, this was a year or two ago.
Ning, 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 ning.
Was sitting right past here, shooting DX. And I was running the flat side. He was back to the flat side. Some DX was literally taking him out. So the rejection on some of these are quite well.
Yeah, I'm not. Did you see a difference in my signal with the screwdriver? I'm starting to wonder if this beam is working like it's supposed to because you're still giving me 10 over. And I should be, you should be on my backside now.
Yeah, I don't know if you moved a whole lot here. I wasn't really paying attention to signal. You did move a little, but not enough to be like, you know, a 0 or anything.
Maybe I'll try side 2 because this is only a 2 element, so I probably don't have a ton of rejection off the back side. I'll turn side 2 and see if I can drop you down.
That back corner is where I get the biggest. Well, any beam, you know, usually at about a back 30 degrees off the back end is where you get the most rejection.
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
Were you sending a video?
No, I was just on the live feed, so it'll be on there tomorrow. I still got a live feed going.
Ah, sure, okay. I'll try to find it.
Well, that did drop Cobra down some, but you didn't move any.
You guys still out there fiddling around with antennas?
Yes, what are you doing, Bear?
Not much, man. Just hoping this rain slows down here. Although it looks like we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then we get all rain next week. So we're here on this rainy one week and sunny the next week.
Roger. Do you, are you on your beam right now? And I don't even remember, is your beam vertical or horizontal?
Yeah, you must be pointing away from me. I'm having a tough time pulling you out.
Alright, let me go back to the Omni real quick. Are you on your beam right now? Mr. Bear.
There you go, man. Yep, much better.
Were you on your beam or you're Omni?
Nope, I'm on the vector right now.
Is your beam vertical or horizontal?
Flat.
Well, you should aim that thing up this way. We're just all playing around just by chance. Well, besides Fix It, everybody else out here, you know, Radio Man, Traveler, Cobra, we're all just playing flat side on our beams.
I gotcha. I gotta go out and swap coax and shit. I don't have it like permanently set up here.
Ah, I see. You have a rotor on it, or you just have it aimed southwest?
Yeah, close. I'm getting there.
Roger.
I tell you what, man. I think I'm gonna get another one of these Radioddity QT40s and put it in the truck, man. I like this radio.
Yeah, they're good sounding radios for sure.
How about you, Bear? How about you, Bear? Oops. There we go. Bear.
There you go. Who's this?
It's Radio Man. I was on the flat side. I was messing around with Hawkeye and Cobra, and so I was kind of backside to you.
There you go. You running through your Zoom?
Yeah, I am right now using the BM800, BM80, whatever that is, that Amazon mic.
Yeah, no, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, no, we were just messing around with the beams, pointing them at each other and screwing around, that's all. I'll switch back over to the Omni.
You guys are like kids in a candy store these days. You get all your antennas and your towers and your tunes and your rotors and... No, that's good. I'm glad you get your stuff up. No issues with that storm or the wind at all?
Nope. Yeah, I put it back on the Omni. Nope, no issues. Let me think. Yeah, no, I went and looked. When the wind was blowing, it looked fine to me.
Sweet.
So you guys all done with your private conversation?
Well, you must have at least heard one or two people.
I heard you some of the time, but that was it. Cobra, of course.
Roger. Yeah, I know when I point towards him, you're right in that backside, that corner, and you pretty much disappear. Oh, night, Floyd. Are you out there right now? Hello, 1-2. Yeah, that's the only downfall about horizontal. I mean, there's several downfalls, but that's when having one of them antennas that holy fuck me, Rascal was talking about the other night, one of them Joe Guns. That's when that's nice because that's semi-omnidirectional on the horizontal.
Is that antenna that somehow they're doing both at the same time?
Well, they still run 2 coaxes. It's got a vertical and a horizontal. I personally, I don't like the badmouth. Well, I don't mind badmouth an antenna. I mean, the antenna, it's good as far as craftsmanship, but it's horrible as far as local talking, as far as I'm concerned. Great for DX, but yeah, the ground radials are horizontal. I have one over here I started mocking up like that, and I just got to finish up. I was trying to build an omnidirectional horizontal antenna underneath my ground plane by isolating the radials and putting gammas on them. And well, I tried to do it without gammas. I tried to do it as a dipole, but yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. It's just a short antenna.
Yeah, I was looking at, because I've been looking at Omnis, and I see Joe Gunn makes an Omni, but the issue that I saw is putting it above my quad. They bend the radials down at a 45, and it's probably going to be an issue for me trying to get everything on the same boom.
Really? I've never seen one bent down to 45. I only know them to make like 1 or 2 Omnis anyway, but yeah, I mean, I like Joe Gunn, but their numbers are so infatuated that I don't know where they're just making up their numbers and pulling these numbers out of.
Yeah, so the antenna I was looking at was the Jagar. I'm looking at Omnis like everywhere. It's a Jagar pistol Omni antenna. The only thing that I saw is I was like, it wouldn't where the ground planes are bent down at. I don't know if it's a 45, but they're bent down. Like most antennas you see, the ground planes are straight out. These ones are bent down. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work on the same boom. Honestly, I've been kind of looking at antennas where I wouldn't need to run a ground plane kit.
Yeah, I mean, I still 100% think NIMAX is going to be your best bet. But yeah, I mean, the IMAX in the Antrons, their ground plane kits are down at I say 45, but I think they're actually, like a 60-degree angle or something. They come down more than 45, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like I said, I mean, they say you want your antenna 18 feet above your beam. So that's a whole lot of mass pipe above the beam.
Yeah, well, there's only 13 feet of mass pipe, and Christ's sakes, most of it's being taken up by the quad. So there's no way that's going to happen. I'm just going to try it, and hopefully it doesn't degrade things too much.
You would almost have to build that much above the beam. You would almost, oh shit, no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. I was thinking a guide wire is like a bearing, like right under the antenna, but you wouldn't be able to spread them out far enough so the beam wouldn't hit them.
Yeah, I mean, I had a little much, but I had 20 feet above mine, depending on which one I went with. But yeah, I mean, you best bet you got to lower the beam as low as you can go, so it's a foot off the tower. You have whatever 12 feet above that, and you put your Omni on top of that. So then your Omni is at least 2 feet above your radials. Because your elements, no matter what, if it's spreader bars or whatever, but your elements are roughly 9 feet apiece, so you're still going to have 9 feet going up, but, you know, your Omni will be at about 12 feet. If it's completely vertical, it depends. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But if you have ground radials on it, it'll fuck up your horizontal pattern. If you're that close to it, it can fuck up your horizontal pattern.
I posted a picture, I don't know, one of the bigger CB groups, and some guy came in. He says, the way you have the pipe going through the antenna. I don't remember what he said. If it was going to mess up the vertical, but it wouldn't mess up the horizontal. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's right. But I mean, just playing around with the antenna and swinging back and forth with you guys and going back and swinging, going back and forth. It seems like it's doing what it should be doing. And then the differences in signals, like if it's degrading it, I'm not seeing it measurably enough that I'm worried about it. Like, the guy might be right, but I'm not seeing it enough that I'm like, oh, well, this is a problem.
Yeah, sometimes people, they get so technical now. And when you get to the point where you're splitting hairs, it's like, is it worth it? Is it not?
I do seem to remember I ran a cubicle quad for a while on 2 meters, and it seemed like part of the deal is that the mast pipe needed to be fiberglass.
Yeah. You see, though, that's... I could talk for hours about antenna theory. But there's people that'll be, your beam is junk if you have an aluminum boom. You need to have a fiberglass non-insulated boom. You need to have a fiberglass mast pipe. You need to do this. And, yeah, I could get into a thousand ways of why you don't, but there's some people out there that think they're purists and they know, and you know what? That probably would be 100% the best way. But you're not going to notice a difference unless you're looking for that one DX contact that's halfway around the world.
Well, that's like I saw a video with Fine Looney Tune there, and he was tuning a receiver, and it's one of these conversations I had before. Like, there's things that he says he's not wrong, and then to kind of touch on what Cobra said, like, you're splitting cunt hairs, was, what the hell? He was tuning a receiver. I don't remember what it was, but the spec was whatever it was that 12 dB sign had, whatever the manufacturer said it was. And he was like, oh, look, I can get this many more dB down. And I'm going, and he's like, that's going to be the difference, and da-da-da. Yeah, on an isolated test bench, you can show the measurable difference. On the road, in a mobile or whatever, you're never going to see that. Like, he was like, I don't know, he picked up another 3 dB, and he was, and he's pounding his chest. I'm the only one that can do that. I'm going, you're never going to see that in the real world. Like, yeah, he's right, but on a test bench, but in the real world, it's not going to amount to a piss hole in the snowbank.
Damn snowbanks.
But there's people that watch those videos and go, take my money now.
Take my money.
Yeah. There's like I said, you might gain a 32nd of a fucking dB, which it takes 6 dB to make 1 S unit, so, by doing some of this crazy shit. But, and if you were looking for top, you already got everything you can, that might make a difference, but you and me are probably never going to notice that difference. It is not noticeable. It is not measurable.
When I worked in commercial communications, we used to do the PMs for the Coast Guard Rescue 21 system, and one of the tests that they used to validate their system, now you could have the most expensive station that Motorola makes, and this is what its receiver sensitivity is. Well, what they want to know is effective field receiver sensitivity, and that was basically doing a receiver sensitivity test with your test set with your antenna connected to the station. And it took into calculation the noise floor, which is your signal to noise ratio. So you could have 2 stations that are set up, as hot as a pistol on the bench, and you could put a receiver on a mountaintop that's exactly the same height and another mountaintop that's exactly the same height, but if you have a higher noise floor at the other mountaintop, doesn't matter because your effective receiver sensitivity when you got a live antenna on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real world, like I said, I've shown what I'm running over here. Real world is not numbers and theoretical and this and that. Real world is completely different. Oh man, that was a mess.
I think you doubled with somebody, 207.
What are you doing, 207? Let's see if I can hear you inside here on this radio. Something a little newer than, 50 years old. Oh, fuck, up to almost a 5. Way better than that thing inside. I don't even have a preamp on. Let's see, I'll turn my preamp on. I'm sure you'll jump right up to a 9. Yeah, about a 7, not quite a 9, but it definitely brought in a lot more static. So, like I said, if you were watching, you'd see you're still 4 dB above the static. So, either way you go, you were still 4 dB above the static. It gave me 3 dB of static, and you were giving me a 7. So, yeah, it didn't really matter either way, but I definitely hear you a lot better on this thing.
Is he just giving you little one-word replies?
Do you have access to your breakers at your place? Can you turn them all off one day? I mean, I find that killing all your breakers except for the one that your radio is plugged in, or run the radio on a battery or something, but a lot of the times you'll find like a laptop charger or a cell phone charger, something along that line, you'll find a bad one, an LED light. You'd be surprised that taking out what you can will make for a difference. So if you turn them all off with just a radio on and you're like, fuck, I got no static, you just turn on one breaker at a time, or you turn it off one breaker at a time, whatever, and listen to when your static comes on and then investigate what's on those outlets. I have a laptop charger that it was a cheap Chinese one because I was too cheap to buy the real one. My real one died. And I can't leave it plugged in. It'll give me 9 dB of static. It's like got a 2-prong plug on it instead of 3-prong, and it's just cheap Chinese, and it wipes out. Doesn't matter what outlet in the house I have it plugged into. I could have that thing in the other bay, and it's still going to fucking give me, 9 dB of static. That's right. That sounds like a them problem. I say that a lot. But yes, Radio Man, I personally would probably just go with an IMAX and lower your beam down. You can't leave it as high as you got it. Lower it down until it's right at the top of the tower and put an IMAX on top of it and call it a day.
I was just looking around. Everyone's out of stock on IMAXs right now.
Well, come grab one, put it on there, and call it good. I got one over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on. I gotta look at the weather, but I'm gonna work on the winch system. I think this weekend. But yeah, no, I definitely want to put one up there. As long as it, as long as it doesn't like totally. I mean, so far I'm liking the quad. Like, it's obviously a lot of fun on DX. It's a bit of a hassle local. If I was just talking to Hawkeye or just talking to Cobra, Go flat side to flat side. I was gonna say we should have all went FM when we were on flat side.
Oh, you want to really, well, get away or mess with people, but yeah, I mean, can all go FM, but go 1 watt. I mean, you don't need much. You know, people obviously could still get in between you, but it'd be hard. You know, I mean, it'd probably be the closest thing to like a chat room or a private, it's not necessarily a private conversation, but, you know, it's I mean, when me and Cobra go flat side to each other, like Swiper's not getting in between us, and he's literally in between us. 500's not getting in between us. He's literally in between us, but, you know, the flat side just knocks them down at 20 dB and knocks us up, and it's just perfect.
Cobra, you want to go flat side with me?
I don't want to get back up.
Jesus, Murphy.
You know, now I'm sitting down inside, I don't even want to go back out to the other bay. But I left everything on.
Well, you can't go out to the other bay. The guys are getting ready to go flat side together.
He ain't getting off the couch, he's done.
Yeah, he put the salt shaker to bed for the night.
I know, I had put it away before I left. I had to find it.
You got home. Where's Mr. Salty?
I know, I cleaned the place too well.
I think he made that omelet up before he left. He just came back and warmed it up.
We're still sitting on the counter.
No, I have to actually go buy actual food.
So you couldn't, they didn't have like Philippines farms or anything like that? You know? You're like, oh, how I missed you, Cumberland Farms.
Oh yeah, no, it was, McDonald's was the closest thing I could get to my iced coffee, and that was difficult. So, yeah, it was difficult ordering. I was trying to explain, yeah, I only do 1 cream, 1 sugar, black coffee, and then they're like asking, I know Starbucks was bad, they're like, do you want the American blend? And then they're like, well, the American blend has this, and this in it. And I'm like, well, whose America is that?
That's not my America.
Be like, I know, I was there 3 days ago. That's not what's normal.
Then finally, like I said, the closest I could get was they had a McDonald's there. Well, a lot of McDonald's, but the closest thing I could get for a decent iced coffee was McDonald's, and I ended up, well, they have a service there called, you know how we have like Uber Eats? Well, they have an app called Grab, and they friggin', you just, you know, all kinds of participating restaurants and stuff, and of course McDonald's was on it. Literally, I ordered 4 iced coffees one day, and I was like, I wonder if this is even going to show up. And pretty much what they do is most people just have a, you know, of course, just a motorbike with like a cooler mounted to the back of it.
Frickin' right.
Go there and see if I can get kicked out.
I want to get deported.
So, why does this thing go up so much? Yeah, but it was cheap because I just ordered 4 of them, and I think I was mad one day because we went most of the day and I hadn't had coffee yet, and I was like, I want friggin' coffee, and I was like, you know what? Try out that, see if they'll show up, because we had ordered through them a couple of times, a couple of different places, and everything showed up quick and fine. But I was like, see if they can get 4 iced coffees over here without spilling them.
Hey, does your app work over there?
The sandbagging app?
No, your McDonald's app.
No.
Oh man, you didn't get extra special bonus points for being out of country? That's bullshit.
No, it didn't work. They weren't participating. I know in the Detroit airport, that McDonald's, you could use the app to order, but you couldn't use any deals.
Oh, fuck. The terrorists have won.
I know, because when we landed, on the way there, when I landed in Detroit, I'm like, all right, I want something to eat before the extremely long plane ride on the other side of the world. So I was like, yeah, I want friggin', I went to buy it. I was doing because it was, it was Friday, and of course, you know how they have free fries Friday and stuff. So it was Friday when I landed in Detroit, and I tried to do that, and I was hitting add to cart, and then this big warning came up. This McDonald's does not accept any promotions. I was like, unreal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Psh, I'm hitting the brakes here. I got questions.
Okay.
You shoveled McDonald's in you before you got on a 12-hour plane flight?
Yes. Mostly coffee.
Oh, okay, coffee. Well, even coffee. I don't know. That you're a brave man. I feel like you would destroy the toilet in a plane having a bunch of McDonald's.
It was actually 13 and a half hours to Seoul, and then I got to Seoul, and I was in Seoul, South Korea for, I don't know, 3 hours, I guess. And then it was another 4.5 hour on another plane to go to the other country. So, yes. I mean, I get to Seoul, first thing I want is a coffee. I'm like, I need a freaking coffee. So I'm looking around. The closest thing I see is Starbucks. So I go in there, and I told them what they wanted, and that's when I got the whole uncomfortable conversation of what kind of coffee I wanted. And then they said so many thousand, whatever they use for money, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I just gave them my friggin' MasterCard, and I'm like, I don't even know what I just paid for this.
I could just picture the bathroom attendants in the Seoul airport, after Cobra left. It's like, oh, those damn Americans.
Probably. Super clean, though. Talk about a super clean airport.
Oh, I'll bet.
I bet you can't use any deals on the app, and it's not the same pricing when you're on the turnpike either. I know there's not a lot of McDonald's up here on the turnpike, but I would guarantee you what I've seen from everything else, they don't like that.
Ooh, both those airports, they had people continuously cleaning the restrooms.
Oh yeah. Airport bathrooms take the biggest punishment. Biggest.
How about the airplane? If you do it on the airplane, that's a small cabin for all them people.
Only thing I did on the airplane was pissed. A lot.
Well, it's a good thing, because I hate you get in trouble if you open a window.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, no. Luckily, it didn't have to. Luckily, it didn't have to launch a deuce.
Hey, tell me in the past that you didn't particularly like flying.
What's that?
I thought you had told me in the past that you did not particularly like to fly.
I never had really. I never had flown, and flying is actually awesome. I realized.
Holy cow! You had never flown. This was your first. Wow.
Oh yeah. No, but it was actually awesome. Everything was awesome. Everything was very fascinating. The only thing I didn't like was, like I said, that 13.5 hour flight. That's too much.
Yes.
And I can tell you that Korean Air flight, their seats are way more comfortable than Delta. land on Korean Air, every single flight attendant looks exactly the same. I think they were all cloned.
Do we look the same to them?
I don't know, but the woman that were the flight attendants on the South Korea, Korean Air, they all looked exactly alike.
Hey, when Cobra landed in Seoul.
Right, not quite, but yeah.
You didn't bust out a dance?
No, I don't really remember. I was tired when I first landed there the first time.
I'm a soul man. Hawkeye was jamming on. I know he was. Hawkeye's the music man.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting here. I've been watching you for 5 minutes. Cue that son of a bitch up. I was waiting.
I can't do anything. I've been very good. I haven't been scratching myself or picking my nose.
I like this format. It reminds me of the mashups on TikTok. I think we should all have cameras on us.
Yeah, I decided to do something different tonight. I mean, I'm feeding all the audio from the computer and the mic, so there's not like a room mic that's picking up everything. So that's the only thing that's different. Yeah, I got that set up pretty good. I'm picking up everything in my operating position here.
Friggin' right. When you can kick back and just talk, it's nice.
I want to get a couple cameras so I can do like a 3-camera shoot here. Because this software, I just have to hit a button on the keyboard and I can switch cameras.
But if it gets too comfortable, you fall asleep.
When you gotta scratch yourself, you flip to the camera that points towards the meter.
Stand by for nut scratch.
Like I said, it reminds me of all these Oliver Anthony videos that have been so hot lately, where they've got like 6 other people on the screen reacting.
Yeah, well, I do think it's funny because a couple things have been said when I was in receive mode, and I got a good LOL out of it, so I'm sure someone saw me throw my head back in the chair.
Yeah, you have to get your brain compensated for the delay, otherwise you lose something.
Good evening.
Good evening. Well, your audio is not amazing, but you gotta listen to it. What's going on with you?
Just got home.
No, 10-4. It's kind of weird to see which TikToks do better than others, and you have no idea why. Well, it's their algorithm thing that everybody's always talking about.
The algo.
Yeah. If I had breasts on there, I'd be doing better. Oh, wait, shit, I do. Never mind.
Yeah, it's funny. It seems like if I do like a little how-to, and it's like one of those little short videos, a minute and under, I have some that have crushed it. And then I have others where I've just done goofy stuff, and then that crushes it. But try to do like a long-form video that gets really in-depth, and it's kind of like, meh. It's just the way things are now.
People have a short attention span. Mr. Wingnut.
Yeah.
Are you at home?
Yep.
No, Roger. You got a couple of days off now after that, or are you just right back in the game?
No, we got tomorrow off, and we'll go back in on Wednesday. Yeah. A lot of days of work.
No doubt.
Still got my antenna lowered a little bit. I just don't feel like doing that.
10 for. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I have some that I don't do a whole lot of TikTok, but I got some on my other, on my page that will get like 100 views, and then I got some that get several hundred. It's like, what the fuck is the difference, you know? I'm not out there trying to make content and trying to be funny and trying to do whatever. Like, I'm just posting, this was me working on a bike, or this was me whatever, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything serious.
This is me doing a helicopter.
That's on the other page.
I posted one I thought about putting on one of the groups, but I think it might get too much. I thought about putting it. I think it might get a little too much hate.
Nah, post it. But yeah, well, you know, it's just weird because, you know, like I said, I got somewhere I just post pictures, and that's all I do to whatever music. Like, I don't have a video, I just post some picture. And I don't know, it'll be weird. Some I'll have, and I don't get shit for likes, but I'll have views, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, this one got me 200 views, and all of a sudden this one's like 1,500, and it's like, what the fuck is the difference?
Well, the other thing that's weird too is somebody took one of my videos, that one with the Motorhead song from Jurassic Park, and it tells me people were sharing it on Facebook, and it was getting more hits on Facebook. It is kind of weird, like how things play out where. I can't figure it out. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
I've always, I don't know, Facebook has always got me the most attention of anything. That's why I continue using it. I've never had, you know, all the rest of these, I've never really had good luck. I mean, they are what they are, but like for the radio community, most people aren't on TikTok for CB radio shit. Most people aren't on Instagram for it. But there is a fuck ton of people on Facebook that are into it.
Maybe why that video got so much traction then. I don't know. I mean, it was just me being goofy, you know. I mean, I get a chuckle out of it. It entertains me.
I mean, when I see any video pop up, I just hit like, you know what I mean? I double tap on everything I see. I know there's some people that don't, but if it's CB related, like, I got a lot of people on TikTok that are Spanish descent. Can't understand them. They've written on some shit, don't have a clue what they're saying, don't understand their names. I see them come up, they're all running like ICOM 7300s, and they're talking down on 14 meg and all this, and I can't understand a thing anybody's saying. But I still like their videos. They're like, oh, it's got a radio in it. It's all it takes for me. I'm like, oh, it's got a radio. I'm double tapping.
Man, ICOM sold a shitload of 7300s. You can't swing a dead cat on Hammer CB without hitting a 7300.
True that.
Yep.
I mean, you just spin the dial, like ham radio on the HF bands, or, and I'm doing this for Hawkeye's benefit, I'm using my hands to talk, or spin the dial on CB, and I'm telling you, you'll hear something, yeah, I'm running a 7300, and I'm like, holy fuck, did they sell a lot of those?
Yes, they did.
Well, I caught up with Cyclops 2020 again down at camp this weekend, and a buddy of his, Blue Devil.
Nice.
If I was from Canada, I'd be the Blue Flame.
What's that? Blue waffle?
Oh, no, no, no.
Somebody say waffles?
Yeah, and they were blue.
Alright, I'm gonna pull the ripcord, guys. We'll catch you in the morning.
Wait, have a good one, man.
Bye, Hawkeye. There you go, Hawkeye. I want you to dance right out of the room.
Oh, it's just like I had a camera here.
I got a feeling Hawkeye's a fan of the Blues Brothers.
Yes, go ahead.
Have a good one, Hawkeye. 207, screwdriver said glad.
I noticed no. It actually could help with some static, but when I put it here, I actually lost a little receive, which I thought was weird. It did bring a little bit of static down. I personally didn't think it was worth $100 for it, that's for sure. That was just me here, though, but I wasn't impressed. Now, do you have your mic gain turned all the way up right now? And your power? I mean, your power probably don't matter that as much, but is your mic gain turned all the way up? I was just curious. I mean, it doesn't sound, it doesn't sound like it's overly loud, but there's a little modification that can be done to those radios that will waken them right up on AM for audio.
Just like Little Caesars.
That's what I run on mine, is a stock mic in the car, and I can't even run it wide open. Before I cut the limiter in it, though, it was very lethargic. I really didn't love the radio. I was getting ready to sell it, actually. And then a buddy of mine was over here, or Cobra was over here, and we were playing on the bench, and I was using it for something. We were fixing an amp or something. And he started fumbling through the menus, and I noticed you can adjust the Roger beep on it. He was like, hey, check this out. So you can play with the tone, and you can play with the length of the Roger beep. I'm like, oh. Well, that made the radio kind of cool in my book. So I started doing a little research. I'm like, oh, if I remove this resistor right here, I don't like doing that, but I did, and it woke that radio up, and I love it now. That's what I run in my car, and I absolutely love it. Roger. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like I said, removing that resistor, diode, whichever it was, disabling the limiter, or at least turning it up, but I couldn't get much swing out of mine no matter what I did. It was very lethargic, very depressing. Then after I did that mod, and that was just a solder iron and, popping out a little surface mount resistor, made a huge difference. Then Hawkeye did his, and it made a huge difference on his. So it might be worth doing for you. And obviously getting, a little amp behind that thing would help. None of it's going to help you receive, though, but it would definitely help you get out. Hell yeah. You know how it is. It's an addicting hobby. I mean, what were you off the air for, like 25 years? I know 202, every once in a while I'll see him or I'll say something, and he keeps saying he's going to get back on, but never does. Yeah, I mean, I know he's got everything, he just doesn't run it, and I don't know. Jay will, he'll be on every once in a while. I've talked to him on sideband once or twice. Not very often, but he'll key it up every once in a while. Oh, I think you could convince him to get back on. Nice. I like it.
Hey, Screwdriver.
Yes, sir.
How many people, when you join someone else's live on Facebook, how many people can do that at once?
I want to say I've seen 3 or 4. I personally have only done it with me and Cobra because it's the only person I know that's ever gone live that I cared about joining something. But I don't think you couldn't do it through the way you're doing it now. You have to stream directly. You can't go through YouTube or Reddit or whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I should do that some night. The way I got it set up tonight. I'll just go straight through Facebook.
I'll tell you, it's weird, but it's nice. You almost have to turn your volume down and not do it, but it will sync it up. There might be a split-second delay, but like when Cobra hears somebody coming through his radio, I hear it coming through the phone at the same time as it comes through mine. Like, well, maybe not through my radio, but through the receive on the actual phone. It usually is less. It's usually only like a 2 or 3 second delay, but like it's not like you're hearing it through my radio and then 2 seconds later hearing it through his radio over the live feed. It meshes them up so the audio is actually synced up. Like I said, within like a second or a half a second. But it's actually pretty cool. So like if you know, with us, we're close enough, we can usually hear everybody the same anyway, but with like me and Cobra, it was kind of cool. There was people you could tell were keying up on mine, but I couldn't hear him, and he hears everything. And, but you could see both meters move. So now if somebody's giving me like a 3 and they're giving him like a 9, you can see the difference and hear them talking through both radios at the same time. And depending on how close your camera is, like if I just had it on my meter and he had it on his meter, you know, you can see it and hear it. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of cool. I'm actually a little disappointed. Well, a little disappointed in a couple ways, but you can't hear 207 right now. That hurts me.
Oh, I got a good grip on him. He's just as loud as Cobra is for my radio. I mean, clean, clear.
He's not as loud over here, but he is giving me a good signal in here. You know, he's about 2 dB less than you are, Fix-It. So he's not like real far off from where you are. So if he had an amp there, it'd be the same signal. Yeah, and like I said, having that, you know, if we get together, we can talk about, we can pop that cover off and remove that resistor real quick to give you that more audio in that swing. Because you don't, like I said, I can't run a power mic on mine. All I can run is a stock mic, and I don't even run it all the way open. And it's pretty loud in my mobile. I love that thing. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. It's just weird radio, man. I don't know. I would think that with the height that thing's up, you would be able to hear him, no problem. I was trying to talk to Radio Man, but I think he's probably busy. If I was watching his live feed, he's probably scratching his balls right now. Yeah, and that would probably have been Radio Man. He's well, I think right up the hill to me. The hill isn't that big in between us, but he's on the other side of the hill. He's about the same elevation. He's just a half mile further away and he's going to shoot through the hill, but geez, I don't think there's more than like 20 or 30 feet of elevation change in between us.
I just did a path plot.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where you are. I'd put it in to Google Maps, but or not maps, but Earth, because you can do an elevation thing. But yeah, I mean, I think from me to you, Radio Man, what it probably goes up to, because I bet you're at about 420 feet. And I think right at the peak of that hill, it goes up to about 450, if I remember right.
Well, according to this, I just did it. It says I'm at 367, and that hill that the tower's on is at 516. And it's not bad, but right when you get to mine it, there's a sharp elevation climb. I don't know where he is in mine it. I just clicked on mine it. It jumps up to 700 feet and then it drops off really quick where I clicked. So I don't know, but it's like I got to go through 2 hills to get to him. It's funny, Screwdriver, this path is the same exact path that you were on at camp. Like, for me to go through mine it, to get to Sumner, I have to go right through. It's the same exact path to get to your camp. And I couldn't hear you the other night.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that the tower was actually that high, but because I remember looking, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I didn't think it was more than like 30 feet higher than me. I guess I never really looked at exactly the tower. I was kind of looking at the apple orchard, which is the same thing. But either way, yeah, it's just kind of, I wouldn't have thought this knoll, would have been that much of a detriment to you. I guess it's kind of, it'll be kind of nice to see, like, off the other direction. Like me going through this knoll and somebody, what would that be, fucking east, southeast, so maybe John over in that area, he's even still northeast, but trying to think of somebody who would be your direction, but no, Portland, southwest, I don't know.
Oh, I'm glad to see you guys still talking to each other.
There you go, Screwdriver. Here's your chance.
No.
I mean, after he put his antenna on, I knew there was bitter feelings there.
Huh?
Wasn't there?
Maybe with somebody, I don't know.
Oh, come on, you were a little jealous, I know.
Nah, I don't get jealous at anybody. Might maybe work harder to get a little different, but I look for anybody to make more money, get out better, get a faster bike, faster car, whatever. I'm all for anybody prospering in my life.
Just a joke, son.
Except for Jim. I like kicking him in the nuts.
Oh, it's good for him. Makes him stronger. Hey, is this sounding all crunchy?
Not crunchy. It sounds a little stocky, but not crunchy.
Stocky? What's that?
I don't know, just kind of not like super loud audio. It's there. It just sounds very, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sounds good. It don't sound bad by no means, but it doesn't sound like you do when you're on your Browning or anything.
I bought a Galaxy 959 for next to nothing, and it all works 100% except for the stupid audio. You turn the carrier up, and all the audio goes to hell.
Pull the cover off and turn, I forget which VR it is, but The modulation one, you don't even get to clip those. You turn the modulation one all the way up, and that thing will come alive like there's no tomorrow.
Trouble is, if you got the carrier up more than like a watt or half a watt, that doesn't hold true. It saturates the transistor. I'm wondering if maybe the final is dead. I don't know.
I don't know. All of them I've seen, they can do about an 8-watt carrier and still modulate 100% when you turn that all the way up. And then when it's turned, your power's turned down, you're gonna get like 125, 140% out of it. But it usually makes a big difference on those. More than a lot of radios. A lot of radios, you turn them up and they're still a little lethargic. That was just as much as clipping it, from what I've seen. The 959s, the 949s, 979s, the bases, the 2547s or whatever, they're all the same board. And they all love it when you turn that thing to the right.
Well, I don't know, maybe it had something to do with that goodwill sticker that was on the bottom of it when I got it home.
Perfect.
Hi, Freddie.
Score.
Hey, what's he still doing out here?
Well, you turned it down towards him, didn't you?
Yeah, I was doing experiments.
Nice. And that thing does have hell of rejection, though.
You guys are exactly the same signal.
Yeah, and I think towards that side of the hill, he's gonna do great. I just couldn't believe that this hill would have that much of an effect in it. Don't worry, Fix-It. He dropped down over here pretty good.
Well, I don't know exactly, well, I could look it up. I don't know exactly where Greg is in Portland, but I just pointed it dead south. And I did a pass study. It's farther to Portland than it is, yeah, was it farther to Portland than it is to Minot for me? And, yeah. But I got a better path to Portland than I do to Minot.
Yeah, Greg's also running at least a little bit of power. And yeah, you're all downhill from there. I mean, you probably have nothing in the way from you to Portland.
Due south, 18.5 miles.
Yeah. I mean, are you just on a stock 979 right now?
You buy some more radios, Greg?
Thought you were going to bed. Nah.
I just take breaks now and again.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Greg.
Welcome back to the real world.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. Nah, not much, man.
Holy bejesus, everyone's coming out of the woodwork down there.
It's almost Tuesday. It's almost Tuesday.
Well, it's supposed to be nice out the rest of the week, so yeah.
Greg's still collecting radios down there. He can't stop.
It's an addiction. Yeah, you're not wrong. I would have to say when I was at camp, I could only hear, well, I could hear most people-ish, but people couldn't hear me, and I'm like, fuck, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, you even had heat out there. What do you have for an antenna at that place?
At the camp, running my coily, but it's only 25, 30 feet off the ground. I used to have it in a 125-foot pine tree, but, well, not that antenna. I used to have a bunch of antennas in that pine tree, but it breaks everything.
Yeah.
Because we decided that we're all going on strike. Exactly.
There you go.
There you go.
Had to do it.
Yeah, we know. Browning.
Couldn't stand that galaxy noise anymore.
Yeah, those damn things. What is it, 959?
Yeah.
I know it well. See, there you go. That's what we call the Goodwill tune-up, man. You swing by the Goodwill, see what's there, and sell it.
You know, I see people online all the time that are finding radios at Goodwill or yard sale or, you know, whatever, estate sales. I've fucking never in my life found one of those deals.
Not good anyway. If I see a CB at a yard sale, it's usually like a Cobra 29 or you know, Realistic or one of those Radio Shack jobbies with no SSB.
Yeah, a 23 channel thing or, you know, I just, yeah, but I see like people online like, oh, I found this Galaxy 98 at Goodwill for $25. I'm like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, where's that Goodwill?
I don't know. This one came with a Goodwill sticker.
You know, I mean, but I see it all the time. Or, you know, oh, I found this estate sale, or, you know, so-and-so passed away as a silent key, and I got given this, or whatever. I just, you know, I see people like, oh, well, I passed up this Cobra 2000 the other day for $50. They're everywhere out here. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, people are selling these things for $500-600. How the fuck do you say you passed one up for $50 or $25? You know, they were in the pile at the junkyard at the transfer station. I didn't even want to pick them up. I'm like, are you fucking? No, I'm like, you're full of shit.
Or I saved these from the dumpster out back or something.
I see people all the time, and you know, maybe it is different in different parts of the state. I guarantee it's a different hobby, but I'm like, fuck, I can't see it, you know. I mean, I guess maybe, but I just never run into those deals. I am usually paying top dollar for my stuff, and when I get rid of it, which I don't often, but I like to get out of it what I got into it, you know, which isn't always possible, because sometimes I buy shit in working condition, and it sits here long enough, it stops working.
Sometimes you're the windshield.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you're the bug. That's 959.
Uh-oh, you're swinging backwards.
Oh, dear.
Well, I never. Yeah, one time at band camp.
I hear Roller down there in Portland's unloading a lot of radios. Problem is he's been in there and fiddled around with them all, and he doesn't know what he's doing. Hi, Roller. No, High Roller over there in Gorham.
I haven't heard him on in a long time, or I can't say a long time, but in probably, 6 months, a year.
Backwards modulation, huh?
No, you're fine.
I took your advice, Greg Bob, and I turned everything up to 11.
That's what I'm talking about. If it was good enough for Spinal Tap, it was good enough for me.
Yeah, it goes up to 11.
Did you ever have a Fender after that did that? I think it was Fender. They started putting on their amps. They actually turned up to 11.
Oh, it wasn't Fender. It was something like the Earth, or it was some weird one, but they came out with 11s. Yeah.
I thought they did on Fender too. I'll have to look. I thought I had a Fender, but anyway, yeah. I just always thought that was awesome.
That was a funny movie.
That it was.
Oh, such a classic.
Well, guys, I'm going to call it a night.
It's a night. It's a night.
What? Come on.
I tell you what, that Galaxy sounded good, Greg.
Have a good radio, man. We will catch you in the morning.
Come on. Yeah, you too, Screwdriver. Come on, Greg, give us a little, let me hear a little of that Galaxy melodious tones.
Oh, I mean, this is it. I mean, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet I'm pinning the meter on that thing right now. Just pinning it.
Oh, you and Greg Bob are right neck and neck now.
That's the loudest you've ever been to me, Greg.
Turn on the Roger beep.
Okay, I will.
Yes.
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 All right, I'll turn it off.
That thing's loud. She sounds good right there.
Well, you were right again. What can I say?
No, sounds good, man.
Even a broken clock is right once a day.
No, twice a day.
Now, for some reason, when I'm broken, it's never twice a day. Like, I'll fall backwards somewhere, and it's at that wrong time, and it's a whole thing.
24-hour clock, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's, 1734 somewhere.
Yeah.